This is one of my favorite topics, I would say. When it comes to mental health, I am a strong advocate for mental health. This is extremely important, not just for me, but for millions of people around the world. And the link between religion and mental health is actually very interesting to me. I'm not taking a purely Islamic stance on that. I'm just speaking informally based on what I have read, what I feel, etc. I am not the most knowledgeable person on the planet, but as far as depression, mental health, anxiety is concerned, then I am an expert. I am an expert when it comes to experiencing it, if you know what I mean. Unfortunately, we all struggle, and I have also had my own share of struggling with mental health. I still do. I am not ashamed to say it. In fact, I love to be vocal about it because there are many people who have that fear, shame, lack of confidence that they will rather pretend that everything is fine than admit that there is a problem. I think most of us, we might believe that everyone else is happy when we look at these Instagram pictures, which are totally fake. Or if they are not fake, it's just a part of reality. It's just a very tiny facet of these people's lives. You don't know how many things they might be struggling apart from that. So I know it's very controversial to say that religion can be an antidote perhaps to mental health issues, which is not. I agree that religion, prayer, even Islam is not a cure to depression as such. Even Allah tells you that you should seek help. You should seek, if you need medication, you need therapy, you need a counselor, you need to seek it. In fact, it's your duty to do that for people around you, your community, yourself, for God. But I can tell you from my own personal experience, I have actually, the first time I encountered major depression was I was 13 years old. Yeah, very, very young. And then it came, it left, it came, it left. I got many things in between. Just to make a summary, I experienced OCD, anxiety, panic attacks, lots of things. I also doubted that I was bipolar at some point. But just to tell you that I can see a huge difference with and without the spiritual support. So I don't do anything out of force or brainwashing. So when I practice my deen, it's also based on my own logical deductions, observations, and experience. Because I read extensively, I talk to all kinds of people. My mind is very open. I know that most people associate Muslim women with being oppressed, being false, this is totally false. At least if it's not totally false, it's not the case for me. It's not the case for hundreds of people out there who are Muslim by choice and by love, and who dress the way they do out of love. So my point is that, I have taken medication at some points in my life. I'm not against medication. I think sometimes they do help. I have been to therapy numerous times. I've had counseling sessions with different doctors at different points in my life, and they were really amazing. They really made me learn extensively about myself. Having said that, I don't think that there is no cure that is as effective as praying and connecting to Allah, because that's where you're going to get it for free. It's like therapy costs really, therapy is expensive. It's really expensive. You go and you talk for 1 hour and you have to pay above 1,000 rupees. For me in my country, it's like even 1,200 rupees. I remember one session. So it really makes me, I'm scandalized, I'm shocked. I don't understand how is it possible. So when you talk to Allah, when you pray, obviously it's like you're communicating with Allah. So of course you will feel your heart become really empty of all these sorrows. It's not like your problems will vanish. Let's be real about it. You have to actively participate in the real life. You have to go and communicate, work, etc. Of course you're going to face challenges. Just because you're Muslim doesn't mean that your life is going to be rosy. It wouldn't make any sense. Just because you're whoever you are, whatever you do, you are always going to face ups and downs. That's just very normal. But my point is that the interesting part about being a Muslim is that as a Muslim, for those who don't know, We believe that the real world, the real life, the real pleasure, the real paradise is not here. Here is just a waiting period. It's just we're just traveling. Basically, it's very temporary, almost like an illusion. So our destination is not here. We don't expect to find that happiness that everyone seems to be chasing through sex, money, fame, etc. We don't expect to find that here. We know that if we do good deeds, if Allah is pleased with us, inshallah, if Allah wills, we will be in paradise after we die. And that's where the real fun begins, I would like to say. That's where real life begins. That's where we are finally going to be happy and without any worry, no worries at all, no stress, no need for any antidepressants. So that it lifts up a huge burden from your shoulders. When I wasn't practicing as a Muslim, or when I was totally removing Islam from the equation, I used to feel so worried, because it's like you have this pressure of having to get everything perfect in this world. You have to do whatever everyone else is doing. If you go on your Instagram, I bet you just scroll down, you will see these people trying to show you that they have it all. But I haven't seen people who seem really content with what they have. If they were really happy with their couple, with their holidays, with their cars, or with whatever they have, why do you think they would feel the need to put it on social media that way? Like, we all post things on social media. I am also posting this video on social media, but I'm not showing off my car or my body or my certificate or my whatever it is. I'm not showing it off. May Allah forgive me if I have this intention, because that would be like so conceited. I am here because I have experienced the darkest of moments in my life. I still do from time to time. And I think that by sharing my story, I might perhaps, maybe someone is struggling really hard right now and they come across this, or they get a bit of hope. That would mean so much for me. That's why I'm here. And that makes me very happy, because I would feel that I have accomplished my purpose on this earth by making a sort of dawah, if you wish. So yeah, I was talking about depression and Islam. I can tell you that I have noticed myself when I center my life around prayer, around Allah's remembrance, etc. It's like I feel less lonely. There are many reactions. There are many things. For example, I would just be very angry. I would react in a very, very aggressive way. I would be constantly feeling so overwhelmed by my own emotions, feeling so attached and sensitive to whatever someone tells me. I blow it out of proportion in my mind. For me, it's like the end of the world. I just panic and I overreact, and it's just a catastrophe. But as a Muslim, I always think that, this is just Allah testing me, talking to me, communicating to me, trying to show me that, Shabniz, how beautiful would it be if you were just patient, if you were just silent at times, if you just accepted what is going on and you just deal with it with dignity. I'm not saying that you should accept injustice or oppression or evil or unbearable atrocities, but what I'm trying to say is that when you are a Muslim, you don't just act for yourself. You know that you are not alone. You know that this is not happening for no reason. You know that you want to conserve your dignity, your integrity, your calm, and that's what a Muslim does. For me, my biggest incentive right now, if I have to be honest with you, when I go out, I go to work, whatever I'm doing, is to try to give the best example possible of a Muslim. I want people to think of Muslim. The next time they will meet a Muslim in the bus, in the metro, whatever, in the shopping mall, they will really remember, they will have a very pleasant experience and a very pleasant memory. I want people to think of Muslims as kind, generous, polite, trustworthy, as humble, as helpful, as altruistic, as so many. I want people to really have that perception of Muslims. That's why when you wear hijab, especially when you're visibly Muslim, make the most of that. Don't think that people are not noticing how you how you behave in public, how you communicate, what words you use, how you treat people. That is also a part of Islam. It's not just worship, of course, ibadat, but it's not just that. So I think I've talked enough now. I'm going to go and drink something. So let me end this here. Thanks for watching. Nothing befalls a believer, a prick of a thorn or more than that, but Allah will raise him 1 degree in status thereby, or erase a bad deed.